Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. So let's get right into your reading today. I thought I would do a reading to gain insight to your inner child. So can we please gain insight into how your inner child is feeling, what your inner child is experiencing, and how this is impacting your twin flame connection. So can we please gain some insight into your inner child and how this is impacting your twin flame connection? Okay, so this says nightmare, psychic protection, shield, bad dreams. What I'm getting the sense of is your inner child is feeling a lot of fear, especially with what's going on in the world. A lot of changes are happening depending on where you are in the world. And even energetically, there are a lot of energetic shifts that are happening, and it's causing the inner child a lot of inner turmoil, creating a lot of fear-based emotions. So your inner child isn't happy with the changes that are going on. Children like to have routine. They like to have things to go back to normal, so to speak. So your inner child is trying to find a safe spot or a safe place. So sorry about that. I didn't realize my phone was on. So what is happening is this unsettled feeling that you may be having, which may be causing you to want to move or to like get out of the house, or possibly like relocate. And these feelings are coming up to regain a sense of security, of feeling safe. Because what I'm getting here is that your inner child is wanting to escape from feeling fear, wanting to run away somewhere in order to feel safe again. So these feelings of fear are causing you to feel somewhat disconnected from your twin flame, because all of this energy is being put into just trying to feel safe during this time. And what's happening is when all of this energy is going towards feeling safer and having to deal with fear, we're not so much focusing on our twin flame connection. But what often happens is when we feel this fear, or when our inner child is feeling fear and unsafe, we tend to automatically want to run to our twin flame for safety, for protection, just to feel love and warmth. So it could go either way. Either you're feeling that you want to run to your twin flame and just kind of, bury yourself in your twin flame's arms, or you're feeling somewhat disconnected because your inner child is feeling somewhat emotional. So the emotions that are coming up may also be feelings of loneliness, because when the inner child feels fear and there's no one around to help process these feelings, it's very natural for our inner child to feel a lot of sadness and a lot of loneliness. And what I'm picking up from this card is this is more of like the inner teenager. So the inner teenager, there is like this rebellious phase where the inner child is like wanting to push the limits, not wanting to follow rules. And wanting to like push limits. So there's this energy within your inner teenager that kind of wants to cause some trouble, wants to get into trouble, wants to stir up the pot, wants to, poke your twin flame and anger them, or, pick a fight and get them upset. Because what happens is when our inner child is feeling a lot of these emotions and we don't know how to process these emotions, we tend to go to the person that is closest to us. So it could be a partner, it could be a parent or a friend or a family member, or it could be your twin flame, where your inner teenager is wanting to like pick a fight or cause some trouble. So this is what happens when the inner child is going through a lot of fear, because we're not taught how to release these emotions. We tend to cause problems or drama so that we can transfer these emotions to someone else. And most of the times it's our twin flame. So there's that part of us that just wants to anger them or cause disharmony, because these emotions are not being able to be released. And so what I'm getting in this card here, so it says the monster within, internal struggle, personal challenges, wanting to improve. So this, I really feel, is that shadow part of our inner child. So this is where a lot of anger and pain and woundedness, resentment, revenge, all of these feelings are stored within this shadow part of our inner child. So a lot of these emotions are coming up, and a lot of this is needing to be released. And so a lot of things from the past that, we may have done as children or growing up, a lot of that guilt may be coming up from experiencing what we experienced in our childhood or in our adolescence or in our teenage years. So having to deal with these negative emotions, if we're not taught how to do that, if we don't process these feelings, they come up and they affect our, of course, they affect our emotional well-being, they affect our physical well-being, and they affect us in our everyday life. And so this energy of the inner child's shadow side, I'm getting the sense that it's really coming up to be processed, to be dealt with, to be healed and released. So let's continue on. Okay, so let's continue and gain insight into how does your inner child feel about your twin flame and your twin flame connection. Can you please gain insight into how does your inner child feel about your twin flame and your twin flame connection? Okay. So this card says immortal, the consuming family pressure of peers. So what I'm really getting is that your inner child is feeling pressure and feeling pressured about your twin flame connection. Your inner child is feeling like doesn't want to be judged for your situation. Your inner child doesn't want to be judged for not having your partner in your life. Your inner child doesn't want to be looked at by others as being rejected. So this is your inner child feeling pressure, therefore causing you to feel like you almost want to give up and, find somebody that is available. I'm getting that this is like a father figure. So your inner child is worried about being judged by a father figure or just by family at why don't you have this person in your life, or why aren't you happy, or why aren't you together with this person that you love. This could also be fear of being looked at as wrong, having your twin flame connection judged as wrong. And so this really weighs heavily on the inner child, because your inner child, as a child, you felt that you were shamed and made wrong for certain things or certain decisions or experiences or choices that you made. And so this pattern is still continuing and is really weighing heavily on your inner child. So this is like a pattern that needs to be cleared and released within your inner child. This card says, I think that says Maynard, madness, ecstatic ritual, energy release. So I'm picking up that your inner child is feeling a lot of sadness, a lot of anger and resentment at being abandoned and rejected. So this stems from your childhood experience of when you were abandoned by someone that that you depended on, that you loved growing up. And this also stems from feelings of when you were growing up, when you felt rejected, when you didn't feel accepted or welcomed. So your inner child is feeling all of these emotions within your twin flame connection, and so is not wanting to be in this twin flame connection. Your inner child wants to be with somebody who is available, who doesn't reject you, who accepts you and welcomes you and loves you, whether it's your twin flame or not. And that's why many times we settle or compromise being with someone who's not our twin flame in order just to feel better, because our inner child is carrying all these feelings of abandonment and rejection. So in a sense, the inner child does push away our twin flame connection, because when our twin flame is not there for us, the inner child is just constantly feeling abandoned and rejected. So this energy release is indicating the need for your inner child to release these feelings of abandonment, rejection, feeling unaccepted and unwelcome. So this says transgression, flaws, contradictions, mistake. So within your twin flame connection, a lot of feelings of guilt and shame are coming up. So along with these feelings are feelings of not being good enough to have your twin flame with you. And this stems from your inner child. And within your inner child, these feelings are coming up to be released. Feelings of shame for mistakes that were done in the past, for mistakes that we thought we had like long forgotten. But the inner child never forgets, because that memory, those emotions stay within the inner child unless we release them. So what's coming up for your inner child is a lot of guilt, a lot of shame, and feeling not good enough for your twin flame connection. So again, this will cause your inner child to energetically push away your twin flame, because your inner child just wants to feel better. Your inner child just wants to not feel shameful or guilty or not good enough. And so these are all emotions that actually create blocks within the twin flame connection. Unless they are released within our inner child will energetically keep pushing our twin flame away and will project onto our twin flame what is actually going on within our inner child. So it's very important to release these emotions, release these patterns that stem from childhood in order to clear the pathway to union. Okay, so let's continue on with what's coming up from your past life. What's coming up from your past life connection with your twin flame that is causing separation? What is still coming up from your past lives with your twin flame that is causing separation that needs to be healed and released? Okay. So right away you saw this card just pop out, and this is what I saw right away, is that this is a karmic connection. So what is blocking your twin flame connection is this energy of a karmic partner or karmic partners. So this could be exes. This could have been in your past life, like actual married partners, partners that you were married to. And that's what was causing you separation. And it's what is causing you separation in this lifetime, because it's a pattern and it is repeating again in this lifetime. Okay. So what I'm seeing here is that in a past life, your there's like so many scenarios that are coming up. I'm trying to zero in on one scenario here. So in one past life, you and your twin flame met and you fell in love. But as you can see, there was another partner that was like you were involved with. And what happened is that you left that connection, because the Fool card, I'm seeing that there was a new beginning. So you left your karmic partner in order to be with your twin flame. And what happened was, it's like you felt this guilt of leaving this connection. Maybe you left a family, as I'm seeing here. And no matter how much you and your twin flame loved each other, there was the guilt that both of you carried over leaving other people. So it caused you both to feel somewhat unfulfilled, a lot of guilt. Like, even though it could have even been buried, like these emotions were buried and suppressed, but they were there, and it caused like a lot of guilt that was carried over into this lifetime. So, for example, if you're in a situation where you and your twin flame have karmic partners, there is that guilt of where you left your family before, and because it caused a lot of pain and guilt within you, it caused you to feel like totally alone. you hesitate from doing that again. And so this fear of repeating the past, fear of hurting others, is what is blocking your connection and keeping you in separation, causing the pattern to repeat again. And so what is needed is forgiveness and to release this guilt that you've been carrying from previous lifetimes. Because we make choices in our lives and it helps us to learn, it helps us to grow. And in this lifetime, you came to this lifetime and agreed with your twin flame that you would clear the past, that you would clear your karmic debt, that you would forgive, that you would heal, that you would do the inner work so that this pattern doesn't keep repeating, so that you can be free of the past and totally be in happiness and joy and in union. So this is like a heavy pattern that has been repeated, and I do see it in almost every twin flame connection, that this energy does is still being carried in your twin flame connection. So this is all about releasing the past, releasing and healing and forgiving one another, forgiving yourself for, the hurt that you felt caused, because whatever is done for your highest good is for the good of all. But if your perspective is that, you will feel guilty of your choice, then you will create unhappy circumstances for everyone involved. When you know it's for the highest good, when you know you're doing something out of self-love and putting your own happiness, because unless you fill your own cup with happiness, unless you make yourself happy first, no one around you is going to be happy either. When you make choices that make you sad, that sadness just creates sadness in everyone around you. And so this is really about just letting go of the past and forgiving yourself for the choices that were made, and just to move forward. Okay, so let's continue on with, what is your twin flame experiencing that is blocking them from your union? What is your twin flame experiencing what is their situation that is blocking this connection? Okay, yeah, so your twin flame, this says, I have doubt in this connection. I feel disconnected from you. I want to end this connection. I feel abandoned. So these are actually thoughts and feelings that are coming up for both of you, but this is what they're experiencing. So your twin flame is doubting in this connection, again, because of, everything that your inner child is going through, or their inner child is going through, and your inner child is going through. And because it's heavy and scary and fearful, your twin flame has doubt in the connection and causes disconnection. So your twin flame is feeling disconnected from you, and because they feel abandoned, they are feeling that they want to end the connection. So these, I feel, are like the thoughts in their mind. This is what they're thinking because they feel this fear, because their inner child is feeling fear. And so it's causing them to have these negative doubts. So negative thoughts they create your reality, and it is creating blocks in your connection. So let's see what is in their heart space. What are they feeling in their heart for you? Because our hearts can't lie. No matter what we're thinking, how our hearts feel is what is the truth. So what is in your twin flames heart space, and what are they feeling? What is in your twin flames heart space? We'll get one more card. What is in your twin flames heart space? Oops. Okay, that's too many. Just take these ones. What is in your twin flames heart space? It says, I am thankful. I am healing. I feel your love. Please don't leave me. I want to start brand new with you. I want our connection. So within your within your twin flames heart, they feel this love for you. Within their mind, they have all this doubt, disconnection, wanting to end things. So it's like they are, you know, constantly fighting between their head and their heart. And so when we learn to follow our heart and honor, you know, the love in our heart, then things can shift. When we heal what is coming up within our inner child, then this also creates a clear pathway to union. So despite what your twin flame is doing or not doing, they are feeling afraid because of their inner child. They are having doubt, but in their heart, they do feel all this love. They do want to have a new start with you. They don't want you to leave. They feel your love, and your love is actually helping to heal them. And they are thankful that they do feel this love. Without your love, without you in their lives, they wouldn't feel this love. And in their heart, they do want this connection. So I really hope you enjoyed this reading. I know it's a different type of reading, but there were many requests of having an inner child reading done. So this was a reading that incorporated the inner child. So I really hope this gives insight into what is going on within your inner child. And I do recommend the inner child healing sessions to help release what your inner child is going through, to help release the emotions from your childhood, to help release these energetic blocks that are keeping both you and your twin flame in separation. So please feel free to message me regarding the inner child healings. The healings also help to clear out past life emotions and blocks in order to assist with clearing that pathway to union and just for overall happiness. So yeah, so please feel free to message me regarding the inner child healings, past life healings. They are done as a combination, and even though these are already pre-made inner child healings, they are designed to energetically assist you in releasing your specific inner child blocks to help clear. So what this does is these energies and emotions come to the surface. So you may feel different emotions come up, and this is a natural part of the healing so that they can be released. And so please let me know, and I can give you more details for the healings. So I want to thank you so very much for joining me, for subscribing to my YouTube channel, for following me on Instagram and TikTok. Thank you all so very much. It's such an honor and a joy to be on this journey with you. So again, I want to thank you all so very much. And until next time, I'm wishing you so much love and peace.